Good morning, everyone. So I'm Sabri Shah, teaching assistant from Department of Psychology from Christianity deemed to be University. So in this video, I will talk about frustration and source of frustration in the workplace. So something all of us will experience, but we gladly talk about that. So frustration. So what is frustration? So frustration is an emotional state of dissatisfaction and annoyance that arises when our goals or needs or desires are blocked. So for example, imagine you plan to finish an important report today. So but your laptops keep crashing. Okay. Your boss keeps calling for small updates and you don't get the support you need. So by the end of the day, you say, I'm so frustrated that block the goal that leads to not complete your work that leads to frustration. That is frustration. And so why workplace frustration is important? So frustration affects our productivity, frustration affects our motivation, frustration affects our mental health, well-being, as well as frustration affects relationship with our colleagues. So understanding where it comes from helps organization improve our culture and helps individual manage their expectation. So there are some sources of frustration I'll be discussing in this video. So the first source of frustration is high workload and hidden work. So one of the biggest sources is excessive workload. So during the COVID-19, you can see during during the COVID-19 pandemic, so employees were expected to be available. So anytime, anywhere. So their work will not end at 5 p.m. So emails came at night, calls came on weekends. Example, we can see. So think of a manager. So ask an employee to just check this once after work hours. So that employees just doing that one task becomes five tasks by 11 p.m. So this hidden work builds frustration in the employees. And the second source of frustration is organizational constraints. So frustration when employees lack the resources to support needed to complete their work that leads to frustration. So for example, we can say you need a specific software to finish your project. So but the license has not been renewed for months. What will happen? Or else there is no clarity on who approves your file. So your work is stuck and so you are, and this constraints block your goals that creates frustration. And third one is about powerlessness and isolation. So third source of frustration, employees may feel frustrated when they feel invisible or unheard. For example, we can say you give valuable feedbacks in meetings, but they are ignored by your leaders or your colleagues. You try to improve a process, but leadership doesn't listen. So over time, what will happen? You will feel powerless. So remote work also increase feelings of isolation, no colleagues to talk, no emotional support. So that leads to frustration. And the fourth one is workplace bullying and micromanagement. So mistreatment by colleagues or supervisors is a major cause of frustration. Example for bullying. So your colleagues keep making sarcastic comments about you in front of others. That's make frustration. And one example for micromanagement, we can say this. So a manager is there and constantly checks your screen. So ask updates every hour and criticize every small decision that you make. So this creates emotional exhaustion and frustration here. And the another source for frustration is poor equipment and technology. So nothing is frustrating when it comes to outdated and unreliable equipment. We can say slower computers or glitchy HR portals or frozen Excel sheets or poor internet. So this delay push deadlines and increase judgment. So you want to perform well, but the tools doesn't support you. That creates frustration. And the last source of frustration is routine paperwork and bureau accuracy. So excessive administrative tasks and rigid procedures can drain employees. For example, to get a simple approval, okay, to conduct a program or do an activity. So you need three signatures for that, two email confirmation, and one more meeting. So by the time the process is complete, what will happen? The actual task loses its moment. So that creates frustration. So this create frustration becomes employees spend more time navigating paperwork than doing the meaningful work. So conclusion, bringing it all together. So just frustration happens when workloads are blocked at the workplace. This can from the list of six we discussed, like high workload, lack of resources, or feeling powerlessness, or bullying and micromanagement, or poor technology, or excessive bureaucracy. So recognizing this sources is the first step toward creating a healthier, more productive work environment. So I hope this video will be useful. Okay, thank you.